How's it going, guys? In this video, we're gonna be mating this international cab to that 2003 F-150 chassis. Welcome to Hi-O Stable Garage. Alright, so what I'm thinking here is we got the cab portion right here, but what I think we're gonna have to do is weld some angle iron from here to here, weld some angle iron from there to here. Basically, because I plan on cutting pretty much this entire floor out, and then for the dash, or for the firewall I should say, we're going to be cutting pretty much the entire firewall out. Basically, this entire bit right here, starting I would say likely around here. We're going to do some quick measurements and then we'll be right back. Alright, so in order for this to work, I measured basically the widest portion of our firewall across. It's basically 56. And then I also measured a little bit off what the frame I could do on both sides, and then the double frame there. It comes out to about 59 of what I would realistically like. And then from here, basically across, that's around 56, 57. So we're in the ballpark, but I have to do it on the widest section of this right here. So I can't really cut this part down anymore, just because we're on our brake booster, as you can see. So we're gonna have to trim it likely somewhere around here. We'll start off with that, and we'll try to retain most of our factory dash. If not, the dash is a completely separate piece of steel. I could trim it all the way along this, put it on, and then just see about maybe making a patch panel piece that will go right inside. So we're gonna start trimming this guy up, and then we're gonna see if it fits that. All right, let me see if I can do this one-handed here. So it looks like what we got here is roughly 31.5, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these up to 31.5, tack weld them in just onto the sides here and here, so that way when we cut the floor and we cut that firewall out, the whole truck doesn't just fold in on itself. So I'm gonna put you guys up, we're gonna do some time lapse, I'm gonna weld those suckers in, we're gonna cut that firewall out, and we're gonna see how we do.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope.
Alright, so we got the braces all welded in, nice and solid. So now what we're gonna do is cut out the rockers, cut out the floor, most of the floor, and then the firewall, basically from here all the way down. So it's gonna be missing lots of parts, but it's okay. Our cross bracing should keep it pretty straight. We could add more cross bracing from like that corner where the VIN tag is all the way down to this corner, but for our purposes, I don't think it's gonna matter. The cab's already tweaked enough as it is, so we're just gonna have to make up for it with the measuring tape and stuff like that. So let's get cutting on this guy.
Still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display, on repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Go, low, you still go. Go, go, slow, you still go. Go, there's no hope, you still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
So yeah, we basically cut the entire floor out. We got a lot of the firewall out. If we need to, we'll keep cutting. I had to cut a little bit more than what I wanted off this truck. We narrowed it down quite a bit, and I cut the steering support out of it for right now. I can always re-weld that to the new cab, because that's what it was. It was welded to the cab itself, to the firewall. So if push comes to shove, that's what we're going to do. And if push really comes to shove, if it's too wide or something, I already have to rebuild these fenders right here. So what I'll do is I'll add like a pie-shaped slit, and we'll blow it out a little bit, and we'll be able to hide it all. So we're going to try to put this cab onto this truck right now. We're going way too far. No? You're jumping down. Woo! That hurts the head.
Yeah. True story.
Yo!
But you can't pick it up from the things you welded?
Not sure.
Looks like it'd be the easiest place.
I guess it did. Yeah, try sitting right on top. Yep, sit down.
Did you need help there?
I wouldn't mind.
Here.
Do you want me to go on the other side?
Yes,
back up. Okay, hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Done with a quarter ton frame. So. Son of a bitch! I think we're on it. Are we not?
Yeah, we're on it. Okay. Alright, so update. As you can see, it didn't fit the first time. So, we were doing some number crunching and everything, and I think what I'm going to do, it's a little bit more of an extreme type deal, but we got a weld seam right here, runs along that. I'm just going to take the recip saw, come right down here, and then underneath our brace, I'm going to cut it right here. And basically, that's going to let me clear my hump okay. And it's going to let me clear the front okay. And then, I know what you're saying, the door gaps are going to be all screwed up because everything's going to kind of bend and twist. That's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'll weld in the dash, fine, the firewall and all that good jazz. But when it comes to the doors, I'll take one of my doors, I'll take my doors on both sides, and tack weld them along, and kind of move the cab around and get my seams just right. And then I'll weld in the back of the floor and do all that kind of stuff for the bottom, and then we'll just break the tacks on the doors, and theoretically everything should be okay without me having to do these cross braces. So yeah, I'm going to start hacking and slashing at this. There's a little bit more cutting than what I wanted, but at the end of the day, when you're making something so custom, you know, you got to be prepared to work. So we're going to start cutting this.
Let's go.
And let's get at it.
Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
Alright, so we got the cab on it. I pretty much have it sitting where I want in the front here. As you can see, it's going to be roughly around the standard size of what it was, but it's kind of raked like this. And all what I'm going to do is notch it right here and go up about 1.5 inches, whatever. Cut the same thing on both sides. And that will allow the cab to kind of rest down a little bit. If we cut too much, I'm not concerned. Based off the state of this cab anyway, as you can see, we blew a large section out of it. I'm not concerned about cutting a little bit too much at this point. We'll patch that up. So I'm going to cut that out. And then we're going to let this rest down, find exactly where we want it to sit, and go from there. Alright, update. So what we're going to do, it's sitting on this, but it's not sitting square, it's kind of tilted. Plus, I kind of want to make it sit down a little bit lower yet. So what I think we're going to do is cut this a little bit, notch this out a little bit more, maybe an extra 2 inch, 3 inch, whatever. And then this whole back section right here, we're gonna cut here, cut there, and come up into our actual rear panel quite a bit. And that's where the floor is gonna connect up to it. We're gonna basically sink this cab down. Gonna get it kind of where we want it to be, so then we don't have to do it later on. So a little bit more work yet, but I think we'll have this cab on today.
Never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
So there you go, guys. The cab is now mounted up onto the frame. I got it lowered down to where I want. Instead of the cab being way up here now, I can now touch the top. So when we lower this truck, it should be very, very nice. But I'll give you guys a walk around quick. There's not much left of the original firewall. That's completely gone, basically. And then on this side, we don't have it mocked up 100% yet. We still have to do our finishing cuts. As you can see, I'm marking the lines at the end and stuff like that, and then tweak it, and then we got to do our tack welds and stuff, but it's coming. It's coming. So I got to clean all this stuff up and put away all the tools before night comes and the June bugs start coming out. Those guys kind of suck. So that pretty much wraps it up for today. Next video, we're gonna pretty much solidify this cab and maybe start putting on some pieces that we had to cut off when we put it on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this series, it's our most involved series yet. Let me know. Maybe give a subscribe. Don't if you don't. It's okay to me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.